Hey guys, welcome again to Journal of a Single Chick. My name is Ada and I am your single chick. I hope you enjoyed the YouTube video on yesterday, and if you didn't, go back, check it out. I talked about just the demise of a relationship and why I am doing this. I have approximately 13 days by the time you see this, because I'm creating this out the night before the 14th. By the time you see this, I'll have 12 days before pre-order starts. Journal of a Single Chick will be released on April 4th. So I hope that these YouTube videos will get you into anticipation and ready to purchase this. The reasoning for me doing these journals is really to help to support us as women and the stages that we go through in life. And that's where she came from. And now Journal of a Single Chick helps you to deal with the difference between moving from relationships into single world, so that you don't get so discouraged about dating. And that we learn how to go back and kind of check ourselves, as opposed to just thinking that it's always somebody else's fault. There are, on both sides, men say there are no good women out here, and women say there are no good men. But there are good people out here. And sometimes we just have to realize that we're in the midst of some type of transition, and maybe we haven't healed from some things, and we brought some of that baggage into those relationships. And so I wanted to share that with you. Now, welcome to my bedroom. Now you can say you've been in my bedroom. I'm sitting on my bed with the cover over my laps. I am not naked. Don't get no ideas. Don't be foolish. Y'all know I wouldn't do no foolish stuff like that. But this is my comfortable space. This is where I actually write in my journal every night, and I put it up. The only other place that I actually write is if I go somewhere out of state, or if I'm near the water, or if I'm outside. So Journal of a Single Chick was birthed, of course, from my journals that I went through from start to currently. And I'm a single chick, so these are all my journals and all my experiences. The first experience, of course, was my divorce and learning how to live again as a single woman. And so one of the questions that I got today was, what happened when I started going out to date? So after I decided I was going to cleanse, I was going to heal, because I said yesterday that I felt like I was only a wife, a mother, and an employee. I would go get up in the morning. My ex-husband didn't have to do a whole lot of nothing. Like, I cooked, I cleaned, I washed clothes. He took care of the cars and the yard. But other than that, I did everything else. Outside of ironing. I don't know why he had this fetish with ironing, but he ironed our clothes. And so I cooked, brought the plate to my ex-husband. I believe in catering to your man. I know a lot of women ain't gonna agree with me on that, but if I'm married, I'm gonna cater to my man. He didn't have to do a whole lot of stuff. And so I would get up and I would cater to him and my kids. If they needed anything, that's what I do. So when I got a divorce, I kind of was lost. I was like, what am I supposed to be doing? Because I did everything for everybody. And I took joy in that. And when I got a divorce, I had to figure out who I was again, which is why I had to take a break to kind of understand what I loved and what I liked and what my hobbies were. But after being on this 2-year celibacy find me kind of walk, and I talk about that in the journal as well, I decided I was going to go out on a date. And I'm just going to tell y'all about that experience. Okay. So after 2 years, my first date was a disaster. I decided that he wasn't going to come pick me up. I'm not there. I wasn't there. You not coming to my house, and my older kids was at the house, but the younger one was with their father. But you're not coming to my house. I want you to know where I stay. And so I met him at a restaurant. And when we got to the restaurant, I texted him and let him know I was there. I saw him get out of his car, so I got out of mine, walked over. We embraced, so hugged and said, hello, how are you? Walked to the door at the same time. I stopped to wait on him to open the door. He looked at me. He said, are they closed? I said, no, they're not closed. I said, I'm waiting on you to open the door. He said, oh, you want me to open the door? I said, yeah, I want you to open the door. He was like, oh, you one of those girls. And I was thinking, one of those girls, what that mean? Went from that to we got to sit down and we're getting ready to eat, and I wanted to bless the food. He said, "Oh, you one of those girls." I said, "Okay, so what does one of those girls mean?" "Oh, you want somebody to cater to you." I was like, I don't know if that's really catering. I think that, we bless the food. And I'm thinking to myself, I talked to him for a good week, maybe a week and a half before we went out on a date. And it was really just casual conversation, not a whole deep detail. I like to look at people when I'm talking to you, so I can kind of get a feel for you, so to speak. But I don't know. It was kind of strange. So we finished eating. Not only were we eating, but he was eating with his mouth open, like, and he took his hand and he did. I was over it, and I was like, hold on one second. Hold on one second. My daughter's calling. And so we were supposed to go to a movie. I was living in Clayton County, and the movie theater was right in Clayton. I was like, my daughter needs me. I'm not gonna be able to go to the movie. He was like, oh, okay. You need me to go with you? I was like, no, I'm okay. And he was like, okay, well, you want to catch a later movie? I was like, no, I'm not. He said, oh, you don't like me. I said, well, I didn't know how to say, man, this ain't gonna work. I'm really nice. If you know me, then don't be talking. I'm really nice, but I might cut it dry. If it ain't for me, it ain't for me. And so I said, no, I don't think this is gonna work out. I said, I appreciate dinner. Do you want me to pay for my meal? And he was like, no, I'm not gonna make you do that. He's like, what you ordered though? Like, he was thinking about it, like, he was thinking about whether he was gonna make me pay for my meal. And so he was like, what you order though? I was like, it wasn't that expensive, but I can take care of it if you want, because I kind of cut the date short. And I went home and I was like, this can't be life. I don't know what this is. But I wanted to share my journal. The reason why I chose, somebody emailed me and asked me what happened when I went out on a date. That was my first date. It was a crazy date. And that was the first instance of 3 different guys that I went out with within a 3-month period, because I was just so anxious to get back out there. I'm gonna date, that I didn't take the time to really screen and make sure that they even met the expectations to even go out with me. I just kind of was like, oh, okay. They said, hey, I want to take you out. I said, okay, where you want to go? And so I didn't want to be a serial dater. I didn't want to be a serial dater, because number one, you're not gonna get a kiss. You're not gonna get y'all gonna probably think I'm crazy, but I had just came out of a relationship. You ain't kissing me. You ain't coming to my house. We ain't having sex. And so I just was going out, and I'm not a serial dater. I don't like just going out. So I was like, okay, this not gonna work. So I had to check myself. At any rate, I was looking through my journals, and I pinpointed that because it was a funny conversation that I had with one of my girlfriends after the date was over. I said, he has lost his mind. Like, he didn't even want to open the door for me. At any rate, I'm gonna see if I can find it real fast. I'm gonna tell you what I wrote in here. I think I pinpointed. See, this is my beginning. This is how thin it is. This is the beginning of that dating series. But anyway, it says, Lord, I trust you, but what was that? Did I miss the do not go on a date memo? Did I neglect the warning signs? I talked to, and I'm going to tell you his name, for 2 weeks, and then finally I go, and this fool doesn't even open doors. He walks and pushes the door. I stopped at the door because that's what I'm accustomed to, and this bum looked at me from the door like it was broke. No. I don't want to go. I don't want to go on no more dates. I don't want to go on no more dates. I'm about to hyperventilate and just writing this. Dinner was boring. I started talking, and he acted like we'd known each other for a long time. This man interrupted me every sentence that I had. I've only known him for 2 weeks, and then he asked me, are you having sex again? So I missed the part when the fool asked me, was I having sex again? So are you having sex again? You only know me 2 weeks and you already asking me about sex. I'm old school. I know y'all new school people gonna say, you don't have to come out of that. No, I don't. That's probably why I'm single, because I ain't coming out of that. You're not finna ask me about my sexual preferences and stuff in 2 weeks. That's not an option. That's not an option. And if I decide to tell you, that's because I want to. But you don't ask me. That's a no-no. See, I got rules in this book. John Love, a Single Chick, has rules. Things you don't do in the first 2, 3, 4 weeks. That's a turn off to some women. To me, asking me about whether or not I'm having sex is a turn off. I understand that you want to, some men want to go ahead and determine whether or not they're going to have sex with the woman and that kind of thing. That's not your business. If you want to get to know me, get to know me. But that differentiates from me whether or not a man is after me for sex, or if he's after me because he wants to know, or he wants to get in my pants. I know that's the ultimate goal, man. I'm gonna be real. I know the ultimate goal is to get into my bedroom, but you're not going to ask me that question. If I decide to divulge it based on the fact that I'm comfortable with you, that's one thing. But do not cross the line and ask me that question. At any rate, that's just one thing that's in John Love, a Single Chick. It's a little bit deeper, but it talks about just going on the dates and really understanding that you have to put some type of line. You have to put some type of expectation before you go out on a date. Otherwise, you'll become a serial dater and you'll just be out there dating people and getting free meals. I didn't need that. I needed to have some type of communication. I need to have somebody that I could, kind of bond with. And I'm a one guy kind of girl. Like, I don't like dating multiple men. That's too much. It's too much. I can't do it. And so I'm a one guy kind of girl. So I had to stop and be like, okay, you ain't been out on dates in like 13 years, chick. Chill out. It actually was 13. I was divorced in 2 years. That was 12, 13, 14. 14 years it had been since I've been out on a date. And so I had to relearn the dating world. And that was my first experience. At any rate, welcome again to Journal of a Single Chick. If you have something, I talk about everything in this journal. Yes, I am saved, filled with the Holy Ghost, all of that, but I talk about everything from sex to relationships, to breakups, to cheating, to finances, to children, to everything that you may want to know. And the men that are asking me about the book, yes, it could help you to help the woman that you're dating. Because sometimes we want something that you don't even know how to give us. And I explain that, what women, what we need in the process, and you can take that and you can utilize it for that. But at any rate, I'm going to let you guys go. I'm going to try to keep these videos under 15 minutes because I know they can get long. Blessings to you. I hope you enjoy. Welcome to Journal of a Single Chick. Oh, don't forget, Journal of a Single Chick out on April 4th, 2018. And pre-order starts on March 26th, okay?